But there's an action. Good morning. So I'm Jeremy Slater. I'm the Area Vice President of Sales for Dialpad EMEA. I originally came through Pareto about 17 years ago. So I was a grad placement. So that's kind of how I always knew of the company, what they did. And as we were looking for young graduate recruitment, basically I always want to promote internally. So for me, I want to make sure that we're growing our own talent. So we want to get people in at the entry level, which is BDR work. And I don't know of anyone better than Pareto that do it. So that's how I know them. I think a lot of grads, a lot of people in general, they're like, I don't know what I want to do. But a lot of the candidates we get through and the ones we've hired, they're all like, I want to be in sales. I'm like, do you want to do anything else? Like, no. They're the people that, the guy we are in the process of bringing on, he used to buy 100 cookies on a Sunday in grade school, and then he would take it to school and he'd sell them, for a pound a cookie basically. So those are the type of people that they're bringing through, and they're all really hungry and all really want to progress, which is exactly what we're looking for. So the challenges that we face, I think many companies face it, and that is getting top of funnel pipeline. So we have an expectation to get 4 times our revenue number in pipeline. So that was one of the big challenges. So it's like, how can we really accelerate the amount of pipeline we get? And as you can imagine, quarter in, quarter out, it's not always consistent, right? Maybe channel does more one quarter, marketing does less, vice versa, or sales does more or less. So we really wanted some consistency. We really wanted some strong focus on outbounding. So that was one of the big challenges that I'd say Pareto really kind of helped us with. If I look at the talent that came through prior to Pareto, we really had to kiss a lot of frogs there, right? And even though they passed the initial screening interview, by the time they came in to meet us and like present or do like a short role play or something, I was like, man, this is kind of a waste of time. And I don't want to be super important or anything, but I am very busy. So I don't have a lot of time, to focus on interviewing and doing early stage interviews with candidates that really have no shot. Almost every single candidate, if not every candidate that's been put forward from Pareto, we would be in a position to hire. As far as the actual core abilities, anyone that's come through the assessment day would be a good fit for us to hire. So that's really shortened our interview process. Like, it is screening call, do a presentation, and then we're good to go. The last assessment day I went through here was a little while ago. So that's actually why I didn't come to one recently, because they're like, hey, do you want to come see it? And I was like, no, I'm all right, thanks. I've seen it once, I've been through it, I've seen it, I trust you. So what was really good was how you guys understood like what we needed. And the challenge we had was BD it is kind of an easy job, but it's a challenging job in the sense that you can't get a hold of people, you need a lot of tools, you need to be persistent, you need to have like true grit, all of that kind of stuff. And the challenge we have is that, hey, we're going to invest in someone and we're going to bring them in. This is pre-Pareto, right? We'll go through this lengthy interview process and whittle down all these candidates. And then, so we spend a lot of time there and we don't know if it's going to work out. And then if it doesn't work out, we've wasted a lot of time and energy on a relatively junior position, right? And this junior position, although it's junior, we promote internally. So that person, I want to be SMB sales ready in 6 months, and then they can go through the SMB and then the mid-market, or if they want to stay in SMB, great, mid-market, wherever it goes. So the big challenge for us is that we need flexibility. So the services we're using is we're effectively outsourcing our hires to Pareto. And you guys kind of, after we met and we spoke about, what was important to us, that flexibility, you said, hey, we have this program that we can do, which is we'll hire them for you. We'll take care of everything. You just pay us, we pay them, a small service fee. If it doesn't work out in 2-3 months, we'll replace them with someone else immediately. And then also the fact that you guys are so quickly able to get new candidates through, right? Like, we had a requirement for a French speaker, and if we tried to source that ourselves, it would take months. I think I'd probably be finishing this financial year and still not have it in place. Whereas you guys are like, hey, we've got another assessment day, we're prioritizing French speakers for you, bam, done, 3 interviews, like the day after, right? So it's just that speed and that flexibility, which has been ultra helpful for us. So if I go back to our first BD hire through you, that was pretty much, I think we had everything done within a week. And it could have been faster. I think the delay was on our end because I wasn't available to be part of the face-to-face and kind of that. So we worked around it. But yeah, and if I compare that to when we actually brought in our last BDR hire, that might have taken like 2-3 months basically. So if you're looking at 2-3 months of the process versus a week, I mean, again, I don't have 2-3 months to scour all the BDRs to try and find a gem in there, right? So even if I take a step back from the BDR side and I look through the sellers we brought in. So we went through, as you can imagine, our growth was me and a sales engineer, a couple sellers, and then the next year we grew our team massively, right? And I would say of everyone we hired, maybe 30-40% were good. So we basically wasted a year. We brought in a lot of people, trained them, spent a lot of time on them, and they were terrible. So outside of the role we're doing now with Pareto, I would still recommend them for any kind of like, graduate sales type role, just because you're gonna get a better talent pool to fish from. I can already see the impact that's been made, and I look forward to the new candidates that's gonna be starting in July. Next year, as we keep growing, my plan is just to keep using Pareto to bring in our talent, and then we'll grow them internally and promote them.
Nice.
And cut.
Well done, guys. That was great.
All right, where's the cast party now? Let's go.